Yeah, hi Mohammed. You can take a seat here. This is Michael Buckoff from BetterTOEFLScores.com, and thank you for contacting me by email. So let's get a look at your two-part question. So your first question is this: how much does your service cost? The answer is it's a subscription fee of $29.99 per month as long as you use my service. And then your next question, which is a good question, is, well, how long will it take me to get through all of your lessons using your system? And you say, how many hours, how many days? Now, that's more complicated. Now, I think it depends on where you are right now. So let me give you maybe two different scenarios. If you have intermediate level English proficiency, let's say that your TOEFL score right now is between about 40 and say 50 or 55 out of 120. This is probably intermediate or high intermediate level English proficiency. It'll probably take you around 2 or 3 months. Remember that I have 7 steps, and each step has a series of lessons designed to build your proficiency in that area, and each step is connected and leads to other steps of my system. For example, you begin with vocabulary, then you go to pronunciation, then you go to grammar. These are what I call my 3 basic steps, where you focus on basic English proficiency. And then you move into the listening, reading, and then the writing and the speaking steps, right? Okay, now let's look at another situation. If you have advanced English proficiency, let's say your TOEFL is way above 80, let's say you're around 85 or 95 out of 120, and in this case, you can actually do what's called the fast track system to pass a TOEFL iBT. And what this means is probably you focus more on step 6 and step 7, which help you in your speaking and your writing areas. Remember that a lot of students, even though they're advanced, they still struggle getting 26 points out of 30. And that's where I come in. And what you can do is you'll take some of my speaking independent and integrated lessons, and then you'll do a practice test. You'll get feedback from me. You'll make some changes. You'll try another practice test. And sometimes during this process, I might refer you back to other steps of other lessons. For example, during the speaking practice test that you give me, I might notice that you do have some particular pronunciation problems that you need to work on, and I will advise you to go back to step 2 and focus in those specific areas. So I have actually a really incredibly huge resource of materials that I've been spending time developing since the iBT came out back in 2005. So I've had about 7 years now to develop all of these materials and put them fully online to help you and other students who are serious about passing the TOEFL iBT. So the same thing you'll do with the writing areas. You'll go through my independent and my integrated writing lessons. You'll do a practice test. You'll get a score. You'll get some feedback from me. You'll make some changes. You'll try another. And like with the speaking lessons, I might make recommendations, for example, to go back to the step 3 grammar and specifically focus in a certain area. For example, I might tell you to review punctuation. I might tell you to go to a certain website and focus on run-on or comma splice type sentences, and so on and so forth. So if you are advanced, maybe to answer your question, you could probably get through my system anywhere from 30 to 60 days. How much time should you spend in a given day? You're probably looking maybe at 2 or 3 hours at the most. I don't recommend going more than about 3 hours using my system because you're going to burn out. You're going to get too tired. Remember that you should also spend time reading newspapers, magazines, spend time reading some longer books. You should be listening to the radio. You should be watching movies, watching TV. You should be finding opportunities to talk with native speakers. So all of these things are important things that you want to do in addition to studying my 7-step system to pass a TOEFL iBT. Anyway, Mohammed, again, thank you for contacting me. I hope that I've answered some of your questions, and I hope to see you on the other side of my 7-step system to pass the TOEFL iBT. So welcome, and like I said, I hope that you'll become a student. Bye-bye.